Hey guys, Glockster42. Now the new diorama I've just put together here for you guys to take a look at. This is roughly based on the Kerch-Eltigen, sorry, lousy pronunciation, operation the Soviets put on in 1943, November 43. It was an amphibious landing in Crimea. They landed in the north part of the Crimea and the south part of the Crimea. The north was successful, the south not so much. Now this is a depiction of the south landings, where they used M3 Stuart's Lend-Lease tanks, landed them on barges, walked them inland, and they didn't get very far. Most of the pictures I've seen just passed the fence and breached the fence, and that's about it. So what we have here is the Tamiya M3 Stuart, a mixture of Tamiya figures and some, I think they are mini art figures. These two here, this fellow here and this fellow here are Tamiya. This fellow's mini art. The poor bugger just caught an 8mm bullet, and yeah. So here, let me just take a look here. I'll turn it around for you so you can take a look-see. So what I'm showing is just basically one of the M3s that made it off the barge and waiting ashore, ready to hit the German positions. So what I've done is I've just used some. This is just railroad ballast here from the local hobby shop, painted. It comes in a really light gray, so I just darkened it up a bit, added some highlights and a little bit of color to it. The base is just sculpt-to-mold with a little bit of sand put on. This is just garden sand on here. This is all just garden sand put on with some scenic grasses on it, scratch built and whatnot. This, the water here, let's let me reposition for the water. Now the water, first time I've done a real water base, it turned out okay. It actually is, it's a commercial epoxy resin used for tabletops that I picked up at Lowe's or Home Depot. It works really well. A two-part epoxy, mix it together. It doesn't generate hardly any heat and it cures up fairly quickly. And then I used the, what did I use for the waves? Mod Podge, gloss Mod Podge. Put it on really thick and then hit it with an airbrush to give it a little bit of wave effect. And the white is some thick gesso, clear gesso that put on, let dried, and then a little bit of white foam product from Vallejo, which it seemed to work out all right. A little bit better view of the ocean there. I wanted to try and do some water splashing off, but it kind of looks more like icicles. But you know, you got to try stuff. Next time maybe I'll do something a little bit different. But yeah, it's, you know, for the first go for water effects. Water effects are tough to do, so I don't tend to do a lot of them. But yeah, the figure in the tank is from the Tamiya that actually came with the kit. Turned out really well. And I know I wasn't too terribly impressed with this. Well, I shouldn't say impressed, but this Tamiya M3 didn't fill me with a whole bunch of, yeah, I want to build it again. But you know what? I think I will build it again, because it went together fairly easily. And I started doing the Academy one, and oh, it's nasty compared to this one. The base is, this base here is just a $6 IKEA picture frame with some black foam core board and blue polystyrene insulation built up and covered with sculpted clay, like I said earlier. So there you have it, guys. If you like what you see, you know, consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like. Comments are always appreciated. You know, if you don't like what you see, yeah, okay, fine. Nobody likes everybody what they do, but you know, keep the comments respectful. Don't be a dick about it. And if you've got some good constructive criticism, there's nothing wrong with good constructive criticism. But just being a dick, yeah, I'm not so much on that. Honestly, if you're a dick, I'm just going to probably delete it and block you. So, there we have it, boys. 1943, November, Crimea. A failed Russian amphibious landing. Thanks for watching. Take care later.